Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's a little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen on board.
High school, learning champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Collegeville High School and Kahok Stadium. My name is Todd Duke, and no one wants to talk to me. Just kidding. Well, just seems that way. All right, so we're here because we got some Lady Kahok girls soccer action going on for you. It is a conference matchup as your Collegeville Kahawks get ready to take on the Belleville West Lady Maroons. And once again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Kahok Stadium, and welcome into the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collegeville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collegeville. 410 Regency Center is where they are located. That is just off of the Beltline Road in Collegeville. You can give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollegeville.com. Well, we do not have a pregame interview for you today for the Chiropractic Works pregame show. That's what I was talking about, referring to no one wants to talk to me. I did have the only senior on this year's team lined up for a senior interview, and that's Olivia Johnson, but she has the flu, and couldn't make it to the game. And Coach Jody Munoz told me earlier today when she sent me that information that she was going to be late getting here, so she wouldn't be available as well. So we do not have a pregame interview. And right before I went on the air, I got a call from Brett Borm, my partner in crime when it comes to soccer. And he was down in the concession stand and just got called into work. And for those of you that don't know, he works for the Collinsville Police Department. So if he's getting called into work, I'm guessing something not good is happening. So he hopes to be here a little bit later. We'll see if that happens. So I'm flying solo today. I do not have a pregame interview. I don't have a color guy. And don't have a ton to talk about. What I can tell you is that the first goal of the year was scored by the Lady Kahok soccer program, and that belonged to junior Ziza Nambo Mendez, as she scored in the 53rd minute of the JV game that just ended here a little while ago. Unfortunately, Belleville West tied the game in the 61st minute, and that is how that game ended in a 1-1 tie. So the JV Lady Kahawks are now a couple of losses and 3 ties on the year. The other 2 ties were all 0-0, so nice for Collinsville to finally get on the board, and congratulations to junior Ziza Nambo Mendez, who scores the first goal of the year for the Collinsville Lady Kahawk soccer program. We hope it's not the last. We hope that the varsity team can get on the scoreboard tonight and pick up a win as they get ready to take on the team from Belleville West. So Collinsville comes into this contest 0-5 so far on the season. They are 0-2 in Southwestern Conference play, and they're under their third-year head coach, Jody Munoz, who has 8 wins, 34 losses, and 7 ties so far in her first 2+ years. So Collinsville looking to break out of that 5-game losing skid that has greeted them at the start of this year. Lady Kahawks have been blanked in every match so far this season, having been outscored 12-0 in their first 5 games. Lady Kahawks offense is still trying to figure things out, as Collinsville has just a couple of shots on goal during the start to the season. Defensively, Lady Kahawks have played pretty well with a couple of 1-0 losses, and sophomore goalkeeper Carly Van Dyke has played extremely well and has kept her team in games with some really good saves so far in the early season. We'll pass along her stats to you in just a little bit here as we move along in the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Belleville West, they got off virtually to the same start as Collinsville through the first few games. Lady Maroons' first 2 games having suffered shutouts of 2-0 to Naperville Central in their home and season opener. They followed that loss up with a 5-0 home loss to Granite City. Collinsville, in case you don't remember, lost a 1-0 match at Granite City 2 weeks ago. Lady Maroons finally got on the scoreboard in their last match, a 2-0 road win at Southwestern Conference foe Alton. That was 5 days ago in the first road game for Belleville West, so this would be their second road game. Lady Maroons scored both goals in the first half and then stiffened up defensively for that shutout. A little bit of changes, of course. It's the way things go in high school sports. Caroline Mathenia, the coach's daughter, graduated along with her 35 goals from last year's team. Closest to Mathenia's goals was 7 from Addie Gagan, who is a junior this year. 3 other Lady Maroons returned from last year that scored 1 goal each. Belleville West comes into this contest with a record of 1-2. And with that win against Alton, they are 1-0 in Southwestern Conference play. And as mentioned, Jason Mathenia is their head coach. He's in his 23rd year as the head coach at Belleville West for girls soccer and has a record of 262 wins, 201 losses, and 39 ties. So that's all I have for you right now, but we're going to take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. And when we come back, I'll pass along the history between these 2 ladies soccer programs, Collinsville and Belleville West, and we'll do that here in just a moment as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, the machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into 2 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. Technology, it's great for acute, which means injured tissue, new injuries, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problem. OrthoGold TRT. Softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to, as I can, after Chris introduced me to this Softwave machine. I'm being scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research. And it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It's pain, it's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually this time I feel like quicker, much faster. I'm much to this point last time. I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris.
Once again, we welcome you back to Collinsville High School here at Kahawk Stadium, getting you ready for this girls soccer game between Collinsville and Belleville West. So let's take a look at a little bit of the history between these two schools. Collinsville started their girls soccer program in 1984 versus teams from St. Louis only for like the first 4 years. There just wasn't any teams over here in the 618 area code that fielded any teams for a while. I believe Granite City was the first one, and that didn't happen till right around 1989 or so. It wasn't until 1995 that the two Belleville schools fielded teams for girls soccer for the first time, and since then, Collinsville owns a 35-10 record versus Belleville West, 32-6 in the regular season, and Collinsville is 3-4 against Belleville West in playoff action. So Collinsville and Belleville West met twice in that first season for Maroons soccer, and Collinsville won both of those 5-0 and 6-1. Belleville West didn't win their first girls soccer game versus Collinsville until April 20th of 2006. So it took 11 years for Belleville West to finally beat Collinsville in girls soccer. That was a 2-1 win here at Kahawk Stadium, and that win snapped a streak of Collinsville winning the first 17 games between the two programs, and that win by Belleville West started a streak for the Lady Maroons, as Belleville West ended up winning the next 4 meetings between the two girls soccer programs. In the next month, the two schools met for the first time in the state playoffs. Collinsville beat Waterloo 3-0 in regional semifinal, and that regional was played at Belleville West, and Lady Maroons then beat Collinsville 3-1 in the regional championship game to win their first regional championship, and it was the first of 4 regional championships in a row for Belleville West, and 3 of those came against Collinsville, and all of those regional championships belonged to their current head coach, Jason Mathenia. First playoff win for Collinsville over Belleville West was the 2010 regional championship, and that regional playoff was also played at Belleville West. Collinsville won that one 2-1. They beat Quincy in the sectional semifinal. That was taking place at Edwardsville High School. They won that one 1-0 before losing to the host Lady Tigers in the sectional final by a score of 2-1. Collinsville lost both games to Belleville West last year, 2-1 at Belleville West in March, and then 2-1 here at Kahok Stadium in April. So that's pretty much all I have as far as things to talk about. I'm going to remind you that we already had the JV game, and that ended in a 1-1 tie, and Collinsville got their first goal of the year for the girls soccer program. That came in the 53rd minute, and that was performed by junior Ziza Nambo Mendez. Unfortunately, Belleville West tied it in the 61st minute, and that was the final score. It ended up being tied 1-1. We'll take our final break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show, and when we come back, we will pass along the starting 11 for both sides, Collinsville versus Belleville West, and that's coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. Sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured, new injuries per se. Chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice and will help a tremendous amount. We're looking forward to helping a lot more.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium, almost set for this game between Collinsville and Belleville West, as Chris Kettler is announcing the starters here to the crowd at Kahok Stadium. We'll do the same for you here on the Kahok Sports Network. We'll begin with Belleville West. In goal is Brooks Delhorn. She is a sophomore. We'll give you the stats on both the goalkeepers here in just a little bit. Madison Smith is in front of her. She is a senior defender. Livy Schaefer is a sophomore midfielder. Sydney Oliver is a sophomore midfielder as well. Addie Gagan, we told you about her. She had 7 goals last year. She is also a midfielder and also a junior. Hannah Sternow is a midfielder and a sophomore. Elsa Hubble is a sophomore defender. Kara Joshu is a senior defender. Emma Hagan is a junior midfielder. Lily Glauber is a sophomore midfielder. And Sophia Monaco is a junior forward for Belleville West. Carly Van Dyke in goal once again for Collinsville. She is a sophomore. In front of her, you will find Ellis Smith, a junior defender. Morgan Lang, another junior defender. Also a junior defender is Ava DiGirolamo, a midfielder. Ella Borm is a junior defender. Rylan Judasek is a freshman midfielder. Ashley Giannini is a sophomore defender. Quinn Hall, a freshman midfielder. Addie Munoz, a sophomore defender. Carly Call, also a sophomore defender. And Liliana Lira is a junior midfielder. And those are your starting lineups. We'll take one final break here on the pregame lineup of the that I just gave you. You know what I'm trying to say anyway. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of this game between Collinsville and Belleville West in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement expert. woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. We earn our stripes every day.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on a very chilly evening here in the old Midwest. Temperatures right around 40 degrees and a very stiff wind at about 20 miles per hour coming from behind the press box and blowing straight across the field. So we'll see if that has any play on the ball as they get underway here. Let's give you some numbers. Carly Van Dyke in goal for Collinsville, 400 minutes on the year. She is 0-5. She's allowed 12 goals and a goals against average of 2.40. Has made 69 saves already on the young season with a save percentage right around 85%. Brooke Shelton, the opposing sophomore goalkeeper, 240 minutes, 1-2 on the year. Has a solo shutout to her credit so far in the first 3 games. 7 goals allowed for a goals against average of 2.33 and 22 saves so far on the season for Stellhorn, and that's good for 80% in the save department. Collinsville out there wearing the purple and all purple shorts, purple jerseys. White numbers on the backs and on the fronts. Maroons are out there in the white tops and the maroon shorts, and they have maroon numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys. Carly Van Dyke is in goal to your left. Brooke Stellhorn in goal to your right. So that's the setup that we have here tonight as we wait for the lights to take effect, as the sun is probably about 25 minutes away from setting. So Collinsville into the offensive zone, trying to keep it down there for a little while and get some much-needed shots on goal. Collinsville only has a couple of shots on goal in their first 5 games of the year, and they have not spent a lot of time down in the offensive part of the field. Here in the early season, we're hoping that can change a little bit against Belleville West. Belleville West couldn't score goals in their first 2 games, just like Collinsville, but they did manage to get a couple of goals against Alton 5 days ago. So we'll see how things transpire as we move along here. A free kick for Belleville West, but from a long ways away. It makes it all the way down into their offensive part of the field. Collinsville trying to track it back down and get it heading back in the other direction, but so far Hannah Sternow disrupted that progress. Collinsville has Ashley Giannini playing up front for the beginning of this game. She's usually playing in the back, and we'll see if moving her up front can pay off for Collinsville as they look for their first goal of the year. Here is Ella Smith trying to track the ball down on the near sideline. Ends up going out of bounds. It'll belong to Belleville West. And the throw-in will be right underneath our location by Elsa Hubble, the sophomore defender. And Hubble will throw it in right at midfield, and it'll come right back to her. So she'll start it all over again, and she'll accidentally kick it out of bounds and then put her hands on her face because you know she didn't mean to do that. So we're just underway. We're approaching 3 minutes into this contest. Each team looking for a goal to get things going here. Collinsville looking for their first goal of the year. Throw comes in and hits Giannini right around the waistline. Bounces up into the offensive zone for Belleville West. And a little shoving, pushing going on there as Ella Borm got pushed from behind, but she stayed with the play and moves the ball over, trying to find Judasek, but just past her on the pass attempt. Now it's going to end up underneath the Collinsville bench. Throw in from just in front of the bench over there on the far side comes in. And Belleville West trying to take care of it. That was Schaefer over there who had it roll off her body and then away from her, and she'll get it right back, though, number 4 will. And it comes back out to Sternow. Sternow lost the ball, and a nice play there by Collinsville's Judasek. Judasek gets the ball up, and a shot down the field, and that's going to harmlessly roll all the way over to Stellhorn. Stellhorn just outside the 18-yard box. We'll kick it all the way back to midfield. Collinsville looking for the intercept once again. Borm steps right in front of Monaco, and then the ball heads over to the far sideline. Collinsville does a nice job keeping it in for a moment, and then Quinn Hall couldn't contain, and that ended up going underneath the Belleville West bench. Out to midfield we go once again. Collinsville intercepts and brings it back up. That's rejected as the Belleville West Maroons were playing a little tight there around that midfield logo. Ball rolls all the way over here to the sideline, kept in by Giannini. Now she gets past her defender, looking for a little room to move. Comes over on the wing, takes a shot, and that one is a one-bounce save by Stellhorn, but Collinsville does have a shot on goal here in the early going. 4.5 minutes into this contest. Still no score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Stellhorn kicks that ball all the way back out to midfield. And that's where that wind will come in handy, especially since she was over here on the near sideline. Kicked it into the wind, so that helped get it all the way out to midfield. And another free kick will be coming up here for Belleville West. This will take place over on the far side sideline, right around midfield. Oh, never mind. I was looking for something else going on. Meanwhile, they have action going down the other end of the pitch here. That ball ends up rolling into the Kahok bench, and another throw-in coming up here for Belleville West. Excuse me. Throw comes in, but Collinsville couldn't contain. Remember, no Olivia Johnson here tonight. She's fighting the flu bug, so we wish her well, and we'll catch up with her next Tuesday here against Alton for our senior interview. The only senior on this year's squad, so we only have one. We're going to start that process tomorrow with the Lady Kahok softball team as well, as Belleville West gets it into the 18-yard box in their offensive side. Now it's just going to harmlessly roll to Van Dyke, and Van Dyke will take care of the rest. That's what we have for you tomorrow. Collinsville taking on Mater Dei from the Collinsville Sports Complex, and Emma Hilton, unless she's got the flu, will be our first interview for the Lady Kahok softball program, and they have a few. Of course, I've already talked to Katie Bardwell when I went through the senior interview process for the girls basketball team, so we'll save her for last if we need to. We'll let the other girls get a chance for some senior interviews. Here's Belleville West. They'll shoot one towards the goal, and it'll roll out the other side and past that near side post. So Collinsville dodges a bullet there as Belleville West was looking for their first shot on goal. Instead, it turns into a goal kick restart here for Carly Van Dyke. Van Dyke waits for her teammates to get set. Softball team lost today to Belleville West at Belleville West, 16-1. So the softball program is struggling just a bit as well. Hope to get it back on track tomorrow in a non-conference game versus Mater Dei. Thursday, we have our first look at the boys volleyball team at Belleville East. And then Saturday, we'll get only our second look at the baseball team, as they were in Memphis for 4 games over a 3-day period. We've only had the one game, and that was at Grizzlies Ballpark there in Sauget. So looking forward to getting the first home game against Breeze Central Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Off of the head of Ella Smith, comes down, and Ella tried to get the ball back, but instead it finds the foot of Emma Hagan. And now Collinsville sends it back out toward the midfield area, and then Smith once again will send it back to the defense. Ella Borm takes care of it, sends the ball all the way up to Giannini. Giannini with her head up, looking for some help from her teammates if she needs be. Comes around the corner, but she's being shadowed there by Liv Schaefer, and then a shot toward the goal, stopped by the defense. Collinsville tried to get there first. Lyra thought she might have had a shot on goal, but that was blocked off at the same time she took that kick. Here is Giannini once again. Giannini with a shot and another save, and that one goes across the end line, and it'll turn into a corner kick for Collinsville as the Kahawks have their second shot on goal here in this contest. That matches the 2 shots on goal they've had through the first 5 games. So things are looking up. Ava DiGirolamo will take the corner kick as Collinsville makes a couple of substitutions. And here comes the corner kick from the near side. Stays low, and Belleville West will get it right out of there. Probably would have rolled across the line if they would have let it go, or at least into the side of the net. Kahawks get it, and a crossing pass just misses the foot of Serna as she came into the game during this last break. 31-35 left to play here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Collinsville's had a couple of shots on goal and looking to get the ball back away once again. Morgan Lang tried over there on the far side, couldn't do it. And Livy Schaefer got her hand on the ball once again. She's on both sides of the field here, it seems like, all of a sudden. Now it comes onto the foot of Sternow. Sternow approaches the midfield logo. Sends it up over here on this left wing. Collinsville trying to get there first. The ball rolls free, and the Kahawks dodged a bullet there. That went off the back heel of somebody's foot and never went any farther than where it did, right in front of the 18-yard box. And now the ball at midfield, taken care of there by Hubble. Hubble gets the ball over to Oliver. Oliver will send it up. Collinsville's defense pinches in and saves the day again. They'll send it all the way back to the back D and send it up toward midfield. Collinsville unable to get there, but DiGirolamo trying, and she's in a little bit of a fight there with Oliver. And now over on the far side, Kahawks come away with it again. They'll move the ball back into the midfield area. Collinsville will then send it back to the defense, and the defense will send it up into the offensive zone. Belleville West is right there to send it all the way back, trying to spring Monaco over there, but Collinsville's defense steps in front of that one again. Back to midfield we go. And here are the Maroons, and once again Sternow. Sternow trying to work herself around, can't find any room, and gives the ball up now for Morgan Lang. Lang sends the ball up, but well past Giannini, and Collinsville couldn't do anything with that entrance into the offensive zone. Back out to midfield, Giannini uses her body to block off a couple of defenders, then down to her feet. She'll make the turn right at the 50-yard line of the football field. Head up, looking for a little help. She has Lyra coming up over here on this near side sideline. Gives it to Lyra. Lyra will send a crossing pass all the way across. Collinsville trying to settle it down, and a shot that will just roll right to Stellhorn. And the Kahawks unable to get off a solid shot there. 29.5 minutes to go here in this first half. No score yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahawk Sports Network on a very chilly, windy, late day in March. Weather's about to change, though. We're looking at 70s starting on Friday. 74 on Saturday for our baseball game. Not at 11 o'clock in the morning, but we're heading in the right direction. 55 tomorrow is the scheduled high, but we're supposed to have abundant sunshine, so that's good for the softball game. It'll still be a little chilly, but I think the wind is supposed to die down overnight, and that's going to help. Here is Belleville West at midfield. They send the ball up onto the foot of Hagen. Hagen tries to send a pass over to Monaco, but that ball is ricocheted out of bounds. It'll belong to Belleville West, and the Maroons will have a throw-in. Throw-in being handled this time by Hubble. Hubble right off of the head of Schaefer. Just inside the corner there of the 18-yard box, and a shot taken there by Monaco, but it ends up going wide, near side post area. Coming up on 28 minutes to play here in this first half. Ava Smith will check back into the game for Collinsville as Ava DiGirolamo will head out. And Carly Van Dyke will send us back to work. Lots of hoodies, lots of hats, lots of blankets here at Kahawk Stadium. I'm ready for a complete change in the weather, man. I'm ready to be warm. Collinsville gets the ball up here to the near sideline, kicked out of bounds by Schaefer. Cardinals won today, 7-2 over the Cubbies in the final exhibition game of spring. They'll have the day off tomorrow, and then they'll open the season at Los Angeles against the Dodgers on Thursday. And they'll do so without Dylan Carlson. All kinds of walking wounded for the Cardinals. Blues lost last night in a must-win game against the Vegas Golden Knights. Got a tie out of it, but lost a point in the standings. So with 10 games left, the Blues find themselves 5 points out of that final playoff spot, owned right now by those same Vegas Golden Knights. Ball comes down, and Ella Borum trying to get it away. She can't, and then finally finds it, but that unfortunately banked off of her teammate Ella Smith and pretty much stayed right in front of the box. Here once again is Schaefer. Schaefer seems to be all over the place like Giannini is for Collinsville. And Belleville West with a shot, and that one picked up by Van Dyke, but it was well off of the near side post. If she wouldn't have been there, it would have went out of bounds. So Van Dyke once again will send us back to work and send it into a very windy and very cloudy and chilly sky here at Kahawk Stadium. Off of the head once again of Schaefer, out toward midfield, sent back into the offensive zone belonging to Belleville West. Collinsville will send it back to their defense. Here is Carly Call. Call sends it over here to the near side for Lyra. She loses control of that ball. That's Sydney Oliver that comes up with it. And a ball that'll roll through the box and stop there by Van Dyke. So once again, Carly will send us back to work. That's a little bit of a miss hit there. Only comes out about 15 yards. Belleville West sends it back up, looking for another offensive opportunity, but that ball is sent out of bounds by Carly Call. And another throw-in coming up here for Elsa Hubble. Hubble Throws it right down for Schaefer. Schaefer trying to turn with it, but that's picked up nicely by Morgan Lang. She'll send it back toward midfield, but Belleville West intercepts once again. And once again, here is Schaefer. She seems to be all over the place. Up to Madison Smith. Smith gets it back over to Schaefer. And once again, Sternow. Sternow and Schaefer, I've called their names more than anyone. They've been kind of all over the place. Collinsville looking for a little offense. Kahawks bring it up into the offensive zone. With her head held up high, here is Cerna. Cerna over to, and a nice save there by Stellhorn on a shot by Giannini. And Giannini saw a goalkeeper coming out, trying to cut off that angle, and sent it right into her shins. Out of bounds it goes. Collinsville will have a throw in. Quinn Hall checks into the game for Collinsville. Out goes Lyra. Kahawks with a throw-in all the way over on the far side. Collinsville's offense looking a little bit better here in this first half than they have in the other two games that I've seen so far, so that's nice to see. Kahawks intercept or pick up a error by Belleville West. Here is Borm. Borm will move it over here to Cerna. Cerna looking ahead, got Giannini over in the middle, cuts that way, and then sends one over, and that's off of Schaefer. I thought it might have hit her hand for a moment, but no whistle. Collinsville looking to get the ball back. Belleville West trying to send it back the other direction, and that's exactly what they do. Takes a bounce at the logo at midfield, and a headed ball all the way back to Carly Call. Now she over pursued a little bit, and Collinsville will pick the ball back up. Here is Addie Munoz. Munoz will send it over to the far side of the field in front of the Kahawk bench. Off of a body belonging to Schaefer, I believe. Collinsville once again gets it back. They'll send it into the middle of the pitch to Lang. Lang, she looks up. She has Cerna coming up this near sideline, but overshot her with that pass. That'll be picked up by Madison Smith. And Smith with Cerna right behind her, looking to find a little wiggle room out of there. Collinsville, and a nice job there by Ava Smith. For a moment, anyway, Belleville West gets the ball back. Collinsville's Ella Borm will send it right back up into the offensive zone. Giving chase over there on the far sideline. They're going to give up that chase as that ball will roll out of bounds right in front of Kara Joshu. Coming up on 23 minutes to play here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Collinsville's had 2 shots on goal and a corner kick. Belleville West still looking for their first shot on goal. Here is Collinsville once again, keeping that ball in the offensive zone, and that ball is caught right in the breadbasket by Brooke Stellhorn. So Stellhorn will send us back to action here. Does so, and she knows that wind is coming from the back of the press box, blowing across the field, so she always kind of comes over here to the near side of the 18-yard box to kick the ball out and let that wind help it out a little bit. Here's Van Dyke. She'll pick the ball up as it just rolled into the 18-yard box. Van Dyke stays in the middle of the box, and she'll send one all the way out. It'll take a bounce right in front of the yellow circle that surrounds the logo here at Collinsville High School. Comes over to Ella Smith, and Smith will send it up the line, trying to find Cerna, but sent that one behind her instead of in front of her. But fortunately for Collinsville, that's off of Hubble and out of bounds, and a throw-in will come from one Smith twin to the other. Ella to Ava. Comes back for Carly Call. Call will send it to the sideline. Cerna got a leg on it, sends it up, but that's picked up there by Hagen. And a nice job by Cerna to wrestle that ball away from Hagen. Up the near sideline it goes. And that is off of Giannini. So another throw-in coming up here for Hubble. Bounced off of both their legs, so probably could have went either way. And it looked like the line judge kind of hesitated to make that call for a minute while he tried to figure it out himself. Kahawks at midfield. And a couple of bodies run into each other, both number 10s, Elsa Hubble and Raylan Judasek. And that ball will end up running out of bounds, and it'll belong to Collinsville. Excuse me, it's going to belong to Belleville West. They're going to get a free kick right at midfield. Madison Smith will take this one. Right at midfield, so 60 yards away. And that ball will fall a little bit short of the box, but off of the body of Hagan. Hagan just outside the 18-yard box, and a nice job there by Ella Smith to bump off the player, and then the ball comes down, trying to wrestle it away is Serna. She couldn't do it. It ends up coming to Hubble once again. Hubble sends the ball right through the box, and Belleville West will chase it down, but not before Carly Van Dyke can get there and not allow that shot on goal. We are just about halfway through this first half. No score yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Here is Van Dyke. Van Dyke popped that one up into that wind, and the wind kind of cut it back down. Rolls into the midfield area and onto the foot now of Madison Smith. Smith gets the ball up, saved there by Collinsville in their defense, but it finds a Belleville Lady Maroon, and the Maroons are going back to work until Smith got there and shoved that ball out right off of the body of Schaefer. Comes down. Schaefer couldn't chase it down, but there is Sternow who could, and then it finds the leg of Hubble. Hubble sends the ball back, but Belleville West kind of heading in the wrong direction. Madison Smith finds it, now over to Serna. Serna trying to fend off Hubble, and up the sideline it goes, and out of bounds, and it'll belong to Belleville West once again. Throw in once again coming up for Hubble. DiGirolamo checks back in. Ava Smith will head to the bench. And Izzy Alvarez will check in for Belleville West for the first time. Here is Schaefer. Sends it back to Hubble. Hubble sends it up the line. That's off of a head, and up the line it goes. Off of the body there of Monaco. And Monaco will find Hagan. Hagan sends it right into the middle once again, but bounces off of a body, and Belleville West couldn't keep it for a moment, but they got it right back, and over to the far side. Izzy Alvarez, just into the game, gets her foot on the ball. Ends up going over to the sideline and knocked out of bounds off of one of the Collinsville players. So Belleville West will have a throw in. They don't waste any time doing it, just outside the box. Sent back to where it came from. And then a pop shot right in the middle, taken care of there by Collinsville. Serna tried to get the ball upfield but couldn't do it. And then a ball will harmlessly roll right to Van Dyke, and she'll pick it up with no problem at all. 18 and a half minutes to go here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. And the wind's really knocking that ball down here on this end of the field. On the other end of the field, not so much. Collinsville will be playing at that end in the next half. Wind's supposed to be dying down here as the sun sets, but I think it's going to take a while for it to finally calm down a little bit. Giannini sends the ball up, trying to spring DiGirolamo. Giannini will get the ball back, but it's a little bit too far for her to chase it down as Alvarez gets there first. Alvarez sends the ball up the sideline and out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in, and they'll do so near midfield. Liliana Lira will check back into the game. Smith for Belleville West gets the ball back upfield. Collinsville takes over from there, but there's Schaefer once again. Now Carly Call trying to retreat, get back there in time to play a little defense, and that's exactly what she does. Had that ball banked off of her shins and out of bounds, so another throw in coming from just outside the 18-yard box. This will be taken care of by Izzy Alvarez. Alvarez, a senior defenseman for Belleville West. They'll throw it just outside the box to Addie Gagan. Gagan has the most goals from last year coming into this contest with 7, after Caroline Mathenia graduated last year with 35 goals for Belleville West. And that one is offside, says the referee, as just as that one was going in the net. Yeah, it was offside by a mile. Whoever had that header, and I believe that was Sophia Monaco, she was standing behind everyone. So when that ball made it to her, that was definitely offside. Here is Van Dyke with a goal kick restart. She'll send that one on a line drive back out toward midfield. It'll roll all the way out of bounds in between the benches. Alvarez will have another throw in here. And up the line it goes. Trying to track it down was Gagan. She does so. Stays with it over there on the far side, just outside of the 18-yard box. Tries, excuse me, a pass, but that was blocked out by Collinsville. And now the ball will roll right into the Collinsville bench. 16 minutes to go here in this first half. Out of bounds once again. This time it'll belong to Collinsville. Kahawks had some early offensive zone pressure. 3 shots on goal for the Kahawks here in this first half. Belleville West looking for their first true shot on goal. And Collinsville will give up the throw-in now as that one ended up back out of bounds. And once again, Alvarez with a throw-in here for Belleville West. Up the sideline and back out of bounds it goes. And it's going to stay with Belleville West again. Alvarez busy with some throw-ins. And up the line, back to Alvarez. Alvarez sends it into the front of the 18-yard box where Collinsville takes over and will send it all the way back out to midfield. Giannini trying to track it down. She does exactly that. Now she puts on the speed. She's got some, and she'll bring it up over here on this near sideline, trying to put a move to get around her defender. That is Smith. And here is Giannini with a shot and a save there by Stellhorn, as Stellhorn came sliding out over here on this near side post. Ball is still alive. Collinsville gets it back, sends it back toward the goal, but that one ends up going well wide of the far side post, and Giannini almost had Collinsville's first goal of the year. It wasn't for a nice play by Stellhorn. Angie Sanchez checks into the game. She is a sophomore midfielder for Belleville West, and heading out will be Elsa Hubble, as Brooke Stellhorn, the sophomore keeper for Belleville West, will get us back to action here with a goal kick restart. She does so, a little low line drive. Giannini, I believe that was off of her arm. No call. Gets the ball over to Serna. Serna breaks in, takes a shot, and that one's off the football crossbar. And that ball will belong once again to Belleville West. Couldn't get the wind to cut that one down, huh? 14 minutes to play here in this first half. No score between Collinsville and Belleville West, but right now Collinsville having the better of the offensive play here. Stellhorn sends another low line drive out. That's off of Serna to Giannini. And then the ball comes loose and finds DiGirolamo. DiGirolamo with a nice move to get rid of some pressure. Moved it on up, but Carly Call couldn't finish the pass, and Belleville West will head back the other way. Here is Sternow. Sternow gets past her defender and then into the middle, taken by Collinsville's defense. Didn't get very far, but Lyra is the first one there. Sends it up to Serna. Serna looking for Giannini. Giannini right at midfield. Sends the ball up the line, trying to chase it down for her. Rolls out of bounds, and she just couldn't get there fast enough. Knew what she was trying to do, trying to get around her defender and get that ball before it rolled across the line and send it to Giannini. Belleville West with a throw-in, but Collinsville gets the ball back. Here's Judasek. Judasek sends it up, taken care of there by Belleville West. Popped up right at midfield. And there is Ella Borm trying to step up. She overshot that. And now the Maroons come back with a little 3-on-3. And there's the first shot on goal by Belleville West. But a one skipper right to Van Dyke is taken care of by Collinsville's sophomore goalkeeper. And Van Dyke will send the ball back out into the darkening sky off of Schaefer. Comes down for Collinsville, though. They'll send it over here to this near sideline. Here is Serna. Serna trying to race up the sideline, sends the ball up, and it's off of the foot of Schaefer and out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw-in. And Ella Smith, the junior defender, will take care of the throw-in. Gets the ball in quickly to Lyra. Lyra trying to send it up to Serna, but that ball's popped up into the air, and it's going to go out of bounds. Another throw-in quickly by Smith, and just a little bit past Serna, and that ball heads toward the sideline, and then we're going to have a whistle. The ball would have belonged to Collinsville out of bounds on a throw-in, but unfortunately, Serna kind of just bulldozed Joshu and sent her tumbling to the ground. So that's a free kick coming up here for Belleville West. Long ways away, and she'll send it on up into the Maroons' offensive zone. Takes a bounce for Collinsville to midfield. DiGirolamo trying to track it down. She couldn't get around her opposing number 8. That would be Sternow. Kahawks over on the far sideline. Got two Maroons over there. Collinsville trying to get the ball away from 2 players against 1. And then they almost get it done, and they finally do. Here's Giannini at midfield. Giannini got a couple of trailers and running into a couple of more, so she's quadruple teamed. And then she gets tripped up. No call on that play, or was there? I never saw the referee's hand go up until just now. We're going to have a throw in, so Giannini got taken out and no call. And Serna is going to throw the ball in as Morgan Lang will check back in and take the place of Ava DiGirolamo. And now Serna is going to give up the throw-in responsibilities to Lyra. Liliana will take care of it. 10.5 to go here in this first half. Comes down to Serna, back over to Lyra, and she'll pop one up, and that's caught right at the near side post by Stellhorn. Stellhorn uses that win to her advantage once again, gets the ball deep, comes down, back into the defense for Collinsville. Carly Call trying to chase it down, but before that can happen, the other Carly, Van Dyke, will come out and play the ball up. And now a loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Kahawks move the ball up. Over on the far side, Judasek. Judasek gets the ball onto the foot of Serna. Serna with a shot on goal, and that's right into the breadbasket once again of Stellhorn. 5th shot on goal here for Collinsville in this first half. And we have about 9:35 left to go here in the half. Stellhorn once again uses that wind as her advantage. Sends the ball all the way past midfield. Down it goes to Carly Call. Call will send the ball up to midfield. Collinsville doesn't have anybody there to pick that ball off, so Belleville West will send the ball back down, and that's off of the head of Call, and it rolls right to Van Dyke. Van Dyke pops one up, and it doesn't quite make it to midfield. But Collinsville comes away with it anyway. DiGirolamo gets it up to Giannini. Giannini in the middle of the field, looking for a little help, and runs right into one of the defenders there for Belleville West, and that would be Madison Smith. Back out to midfield we go. Ball taken there by Monaco. Monaco sends the ball up and finds Gagan. Gagan will poke one over to the far side, being chased down over there by Addie Munoz. And she'll let that ball roll out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw-in from the far side of the field. And back out to midfield we go. Belleville West trying to steal the ball away. They did for a second, but that second is over with. Collinsville gets it back. Here is Lyra. Lyra sends the ball up, trying to find Serna, and Serna unable to get there. Belleville West will, and they'll send it right back out toward midfield. Ella Smith trying to wrestle the ball away there from Hagen, and that didn't work, so here comes Belleville West on the offensive attack once again. That ball will roll out, and picked up at the last second by Van Dyke just before the charging player for Belleville West could get there. Thought for a minute there that ball was going to get past Van Dyke and give whoever that was down there an easy shot at the goal, but that never materialized. I believe that is Addie Gagan who was down there. It was. Here comes Collinsville back on the offense once again. Here is Quinn Hall. Hall all the way over on the far sideline. Kind of gives a shove there to Livy Schaefer. And the referee saw that one. And they're going to give the ball back to Belleville West. Did not see that one when Ashley Giannini got taken down. Collinsville intercepts once again, sends it out to midfield. Sent back up into the offensive zone there by Morgan Lang. But Belleville West will find it and send it all the way back down. Here's Carly Call over on the far side, trying to keep Gagan from getting around her. Gagan does get around her, and then the ball is sent right off of the shins on a missed opportunity there by Monaco for Belleville West. Coming up on 6.5 to play here in this first half. Don't forget we have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up at the end of this first half, as we await Carly Van Dyke to send us back to action. Ava DiGirolamo checks back into the game for Collinsville. Van Dyke sends the ball back out toward midfield. Collinsville trying to track it down, but unable to, as that ball is taken care of there by Sternow. And sent all the way down the line, and another goal kick restart coming up here for Van Dyke. Softball for you tomorrow, volleyball for you Thursday, baseball for you Saturday. Easter weekend is coming up. Van Dyke ready to send us back to action. That ball cut down by the wind, and Smith is the first one to touch it, and then wisely banks it right off of the legs of the defender, Emma Hagan. Throw in. Comes in and finds Judasek. Judasek back over to Smith. Smith sends it up the line, and that ball is out of bounds. And they're going to say that was off of the legs of Ava DiGirolamo. Almost looked like it went between her legs. Referees didn't see it that way, so a throw-in will come in and find Schaefer. Schaefer loses the ball. Nice play there by Collinsville until the poke out of bounds there by Serna. She was trying to send the ball over to the sideline for DiGirolamo. Throw-in comes in and rolls past everyone. Collinsville will just send the ball back to Van Dyke. Van Dyke sends it back out to midfield. And there is Ashley Giannini. Giannini finds the ball and heads upfield. Got a couple of defenders back waiting for her. Giannini then cuts it through the middle, trying to cut off a little bit of that angle. And then Belleville West will get a hold of the ball and send it up. But that's off of the legs of Munoz and out of bounds into the Belleville West bench. Throw in coming from the Maroons right in front of their bench. They'll throw it up the line, and Collinsville got there first, sends it back to midfield. Belleville West will get control of the ball next, all the way back out to Carly Call on defense. Carly sends it up the line, and it comes right back that way, but taken care of by one of the Collinsville players. Now Call will send the ball out of bounds, right in between the benches, as we approach 4 minutes left to play here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Kahok's out shooting the Maroons 5-1. Collinsville has had the only corner kick in this game, as the Kahawks get the ball up into the offensive zone once again. And a foot race will be won by Belleville West. That ball almost went across the line, and now it will be out of bounds. So Collinsville will have a throw in right at the end of the Maroons bench. A little bit farther down from the end of the bench than I thought. Comes in, and immediately Lyra will take over. And they'll send it back, and just in front of the 18-yard box it goes. Giannini couldn't get there to continue the attack. Belleville West, they intercept and take over. Collinsville intercepts again. Belleville West gets the ball back, and here is Alvarez. She'll send the ball all the way up the line and out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw-in in between the benches. This one will be taken by Munoz, and down the line it goes. Comes back out toward midfield, and now a little bit closer. Collinsville sends the ball up once again, trying to find Serna. Serna with a nice job on the block. She comes away with the ball, looking for a little help. She's got a couple of players in front of her, and right into the front of the box, she was trying to feed DiGirolamo, who was coming in from the right side. Now DiGirolamo over here on this right side sends it right back to where it came from, and that is Morgan Lang. Lang sends the ball over to Smith. Smith sends the ball up right in front of the box, and it comes down and rolls through the far side of the box. Collinsville shot, saved by Stellhorn. Just outside of that far side post. Collinsville's had some opportunities. 2.5 to go here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. Kahawks look much better offensively than they have in the previous 2 games that I've done. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I'd just like to see a goal. Throw in. Coming from midfield, way over on the far side. Taken care of by Alvarez, but she'll knock the ball with a header right into her own bench. Collinsville throws the ball in, but they overshot the intended target, which is Serna, and then popped up at midfield and off of the head of Munoz and out of bounds. Here is Carly Call once again, back out to midfield, and she'll find Lyra. Lyra sends it over to the far side. Collinsville making another push into the offensive zone. Trying to chase it down is Serna. She does so over on the far sideline, turning the corner, trying to get a cross into that box, but she's being pressured from behind. Now she does send one up in front, but no one there to help send it home for Collinsville, and it'll be an easy pickup there for Stellhorn. Stellhorn will walk over here to this near side portion of the box and once again use that wind and pop that ball all the way up to midfield. Takes a bounce into the Maroons offensive zone. Collinsville takes it from there and will send it up in front of the Maroons bench. Kahawks and Giannini trying to get there first as we have a minute to go here in this first half. Here's Giannini once again. This one will go into the bench and it'll belong to Belleville West. Well, Collinsville throws the ball in, but they're going to have to pick that ball up and send it right back to where it came from. Kahawks thought it was theirs. Throw in from Alvarez all the way over there on the far side sideline. Takes a bounce in between a couple of players, one for each team. Now Carly Call will send the ball back up to midfield. Popped up there by Belleville West. They'll send the ball on down. Here are the Maroons. Collinsville once again playing good defense as well. We'll send the ball back out to midfield. And here is Sternow. Sends the ball over here to Joshu. And Joshu sends the ball up. And Schaefer, that is Sternow once again. Collinsville will let that ball go, and it'll go all the way across the sideline and out of bounds, and the Kahawks will have a throw in. But we are just about out of time, and that is going to do it for the first half of this game. No score between Collinsville and Belleville West, and now we move into the halftime show brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement tea. Woods Basement Systems been working to keep homes dry since 1986. Give Woods Basement Systems a call at their Collinsville headquarters at 618-708-4055. Woods Basement Systems halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal job, full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, parks and recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement. Visit the city's website, Collinsville, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collins.
Looking for a more upscale place to have a few drinks and some great food? Look no further than the Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville. Come inside for some one-of-a-kind crafted cocktails and some elevated bar food that highlights fresh ingredients. Then, try your luck in the private slot machine room. And don't forget to check out the Speakeasy sister company, Plan Shop Live, just 3 doors down. Plan Shop Live is a health-focused lunch cafe open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 3. Speakeasy Parlor, 2713 North Center Street in Maryville. Open 7 days a week with happy hour specials during the week from 5 to 7 p.m. Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville, 618-205-3540. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here at the Kahok Sports Network. We're at Kahok Stadium. No score in the first half between Collinsville and Belleville West here in this girls soccer game. Collinsville out shooting Belleville West. Kahawks with 6 shots on goal to 1 for the Lady Maroons, and Collinsville had the only corner kick in the first half. We can tell you that the Lady Kahawks JV team ended in a 1-1 tie with their JV counterparts, but Collinsville got the first goal of the year in the girls soccer program, and that was scored by junior Ziza Nambo Mendez in the 53rd minute, but Belleville West tied it up in the 61st minute, and that was the final score of 1-1. Cardinals won today. They beat the Cubs 7-2 out in Arizona in the final exhibition game of spring. They'll have tomorrow off and head to Los Angeles to open up the season Thursday against the Dodgers. And varsity softball action saw Belleville West and your Collinsville Lady Kahawks a 16-1 loss in 5 innings of play. We'll have the Lady Kahawks softball team in action for you tomorrow against Mater Dei. That's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Second half action comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahawk games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that have expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily, with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium. No score between Collinsville and Belleville West. Here for some girls soccer. We are underway in half number 2. Kahawks with 6 shots on goal in that first half to 1 for Belleville West. Kahawks got a little bit more going on offensively in this game than they have for the first 5 games at least. That wind's still whipping up out there. Saw that when the line judge over on the far side held up his flag. Man, that thing's whipping. So now, in goal to your right is Carly Van Dyke. In goal to your left is Brooke Stellhorn, the sophomore goalkeepers for both of these teams. And right now, Belleville West has the ball in their offensive zone, and the Maroons looking for an opportunity to score. Collinsville doing a nice job defensively. That was a nice play there by Addie Munoz. Munoz brings the ball all the way up and past everybody, as Stellhorn will come out into the near side corner of the 18-yard box and pick that one up as Giannini was trying to chase it down. Stellhorn apparently likes the far right side of the box, but she doesn't have the wind going in her direction this time, and that one's going to get cut down by the wind. It'll make it out to the midfield circle, but Collinsville trying to take it over from there. Back out into the offensive zone for Belleville West. And the Maroons work it up, but a whistle will give the Maroons a free kick, as I guess that Addie Gagan got a little shove from behind. She never went down to the ground, but referee said it was infraction anyway. So a free kick coming up here for the Lady Maroons, but first Addie Gagan has to tie her shoes. Now they're going to stop the clock. Having a hard time tying the shoes with some gloves on, I guess. So, getting a little bit of help there from Livy Schaefer. Clock stop with 38:07 to go. Taking a long time to tie some shoes. Finally done. Now we can get back to work. And taking this free kick once again is Madison Smith. Smith sends the ball over into the far side of the 18-yard box. Collinsville gets it out of there momentarily, and now Belleville West trying to track it down. There is Giannini, who ended up knocking that ball out of bounds, and it'll be another throw-in coming up here for the Maroons. Right in front of their bench. Up the line it goes, and out of bounds. Now it will belong to Collinsville. So the Kahawks will take the throw in from at the end of the Maroons bench. Pop back up and right back to where it came from, and back out of bounds it goes. Ella Smith, 2 throw-ins in a row. Will send it up the line, and it's intercepted there by Belleville West. Maroons looking for a little offensive push here to get things going in this second half. Collinsville trying to track the ball back down. Maroons, they'll stay with it and send it over here onto the right wing. Trying to get there first is Quinn Hall. She does. Nice job fending off the forward for Belleville West, but they can't get it back heading in the right direction, can Collinsville. Addie Gagan takes control of it, sends it up the line, and then a shot that goes toward the goal. Collinsville will send the ball toward the sideline, and they'll finally send it out, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Belleville West. Throw-in happens quickly onto the foot of Schaefer, but Collinsville steps in front and sends the ball back up toward midfield, but Belleville West is back there, and they'll take another crack at the offensive side of things. That's off of the body of Lyra. Lyra couldn't contain, and now the ball just outside the 18-yard box, settled down there by Schaefer, but couldn't settle it down enough to get a shot off, and then Collinsville will get the ball back, ricocheted off of one person, back over to Belleville West again. So the Maroons are spending a little quality time in the offensive zone until that ball is finally scooped up by Van Dyke. We're just about 4 minutes in here to the second half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Belleville West. That ball sent all the way back down by Van Dyke. A little bit of wind coming just a little bit from behind her, so that helps on this end of the field. And now we're going to have a free kick for Collinsville, as I believe Judasek was taken out on the play. So this free kick going to come from about 70 yards away, and it'll be taken by Carly Call. Very chilly, very windy. Everybody's still in their winter gear, and we're almost finished with the month of March. Here is Schaefer, who intercepts that ball, brings it back up, sends a pass up the way, and then over on the far side, taken there by Monaco. Monaco comes in over on the left side of the 18-yard box, has to retreat to get the ball back, and then a shot that's going to go well high and through the football uprights. So Collinsville will have a goal kick restart here as we get going here in this second half, just about 5 minutes in. Van Dyke ready to send us back to work. Sends it all the way out to the midfield area. Collinsville takes it over from there, sends it out to the midfield circle, and then Belleville West trying to play retreat after they send it a little farther into the Collinsville offensive zone. And a group of girls meet over here on this near sideline. We'll send it up the line, and Belleville West will send it right back. Past everybody, and giving it a chase down there is Ella Smith. Smith lost the ball. Belleville West finds it. Shot on goal, and that's picked up there by Van Dyke. That would be Carly. Second shot on goal for Belleville West here in this game. They got one in the first half, and that's the first one here in this second half. Collinsville still looking for their first shot on goal here in the second half after picking up 6 shots on goal in the first half. Off of the head there of Judasek. Comes down, and Belleville West spending a lot of time in their offensive zone as they made those halftime adjustments, and right now it's paying off with some offensive zone time, and coming up with the ball is Addie Munoz, and she'll just send the ball across the sideline. Throw in coming up here for the Maroons, and they'll let Angie Sanchez, well, they're going to call her off. And instead, it'll be taken by Hannah Sternow. Sternow throws the ball deep in front, popped up into the air. Collinsville trying to get it out, but just barely got it out. And now a little battle for it, one there by the Maroons. They'll retreat, and then a shot that goes right off of the back of Gagan, off of the foot there of Oliver. And then a pass over for Sanchez, eluded her, and that ball ends up going across the line, and Collinsville is going to have a throw-in from deep in their own end. Coming up on 33 minutes left to play here in this second half. No score between Collinsville and Belleville West. Of course, this is a conference game, so it cannot end in a tie. So if nothing happens between now and the next 33 minutes, we'll have overtime. If nothing happens in overtime, we'll have a penalty kick phase. We're hoping none of that happens. We're hoping Collinsville can get on the scoreboard for the first time this year and pull out a victory. Here is Izzy Alvarez. Alvarez throws the ball up this near sideline over everyone, so Carly Call will just send the ball back out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for Alvarez. Just outside the box, now into the box. Collinsville gets it out, but There is Belleville West back with another opportunity, and that's a nice play there by Collinsville and their defense. And more specifically, Quinn Hall, who bumped that ball right away from Angie Sanchez. Now over to the far side. It rolls toward the far sideline, and across the line it goes. It'll belong to Collinsville once again. .32 minutes left to play here in this second half. Each team looking for that elusive goal here in this one on a very cold night. Temperature was right around 40 when I got here. I'm sure it's already in the 30s, but that wind chill probably in the upper 20s. So it is very windy. Collinsville looking for their own offensive zone time. Here is Giannini. Giannini gets taken down over on the far side, and that whistle blows, and Collinsville will have a free kick from about 45 yards away, right in front of their bench. Carly Call is going to back up and give way for Judasek to take this one. Judasek moves the ball up just a little bit more. Here's the kick. It's going to make it to the front of the box. That's about it. Right off of the body there of Giannini. And Giannini couldn't contain long enough to keep that ball in, and it ends up going out, and Belleville West will have a throw-in over on the far side. Throw-in over on that side will be taken care of by Kara Joshu. Collinsville get the ball back. Here's Giannini. Giannini breaks in over on the far side inside the box. Sent back out and then back in, but Giannini got blocked from that pass. Collinsville trying to find something going on over there on that far side, just on the line of the box, and now it rolls out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Belleville West. Maroons will have a throw in, and once again, it'll be Joshu. Joshu throws it up the line, and it's sent right back to where it came from, but stayed in bounds until Collinsville kicked it out of bounds once again. So another throw-in coming up here for the Maroons. Off of another Collinsville body and back out of bounds. Kahawks, though, they get the ball back on the throw-in this time. Or do they? Referee blew his whistle. Now we do. We're underway again, just outside of the 18-yard box, and another ball that ends up out of bounds. So Collinsville keeps on moving up a little bit closer to the goal, and another throw-in. This one into the box and back out as Belleville West sends it right back out. Collinsville will send it back out to midfield, hoping for one of the midfielders to take hold of it, but that ball eludes the foot of Ella Borm. Comes over here to this near sideline where Gagan will take over now for Belleville West, and she'll send it up the line. Collinsville trying to get there first, knocked out of bounds. I did not see Carly Call knock that ball out of bounds. I could have swore that was knocked out of bounds by Sternow. Referee or the line judge over here saw it a different way. Here is Gagan. Gagan throws the ball in, but that's off of one of the Collinsville players, and now it'll belong to Collinsville as Quinn Hall will give the ball up to Addie Munoz, and Munoz will get us back to work here. 28.5 to go here in this second half. Still no score between Collinsville and Belleville West, and that throw bounced in bounds once and then back out of bounds. So Belleville West will take over again. Here is Izzy Alvarez. Alvarez up the line off of the head of Munoz, and trying to track it down is Judasek. Into the midfield area it goes. Collinsville still trying to track it down, but instead it finds the foot of Sydney Oliver. Oliver sends it up to Schaefer. Schaefer sends it right back to Oliver, but it misses her and finds one of her teammates instead. And now a ball popped up over on the far side. Will go out of bounds. It'll stay with Belleville West. Throw-in being handled by Livy Schaefer this time. And Collinsville, nice intercept there at the corner of the box, but unable to keep it going in the right direction for the Kahawks. Ball pops out and sent back out to midfield. And Giannini trying to track it down. She's being held a little bit there. No call. Ball pops over to Sanchez, but Sanchez can't keep up with it. And now the ball ends up out of bounds. It's going to belong to Belleville West again. Giannini didn't like the call. She thought it was off of one of the Maroons players. Down the line it goes again. And now another out-of-bounds ball, and it'll stay, well, it'll belong to Collinsville this time, I believe. Or we have a free kick. We have a free kick. Need some of these free kicks a little bit closer down in the offensive zone. This one's going to be from about 70 yards out, 80 yards out. Taken here by Call on this near sideline. Call sends a low line drive up. Stop there for a moment by Judasek. Judasek back over to Munoz. Munoz finds the opposing team, but the ball rolls down her, and now we're going to have another call. This one's going to go against Collinsville. So the Maroons will have a free kick from just beyond midfield. Barely into their offensive zone, and it's going to be taken by Izzy Alvarez. Alvarez sends the ball into the night sky right in front of the 18-yard box, takes a bounce, comes down, shot, and that one goes wide, and that's going to be the first corner kick for Belleville West here tonight. Collinsville had one early in the first half to no avail, and this will be the first one for Belleville West, and it'll be taken here by Livy Schaefer. If you wait long enough, that ball might get picked up by the wind, and don't have to do a corner kick. Here is that kick by Schaefer, and that one's heading right into the back of the net, but that would be behind the net. 25.5 to go here in this second half. Still no score between Collinsville and Belleville West, as Liliana Lira and Ava Smith check back into the game for Collinsville. Flew. 25 minutes to go here in this second half. And over on the far side, that's knocked out of bounds by Collinsville, so Belleville West will have a throw in right at the end of their bench. Kind of a little separation there between the middle bench and the last bench. And that's where the ball is coming from. Up the line it goes, and Collinsville will take control and send it out. And all the way over here, nice pass to a wide open Lirna. Oh, and Collinsville couldn't contain and head back in the other direction, and now Belleville West will try to do the same thing. Here is Gagan. Gagan, she'll send one in front, and that is off of the knee of Belleville West. And the Maroons take a 1-0 lead on a goal by Sophia Monaco. .24-19 left to play here in this second half. And Belleville West breaks the deadlock on a nice feed from Addie Gagan, and Sophia Monaco got lucky and got it off of her knee. And just into the inside post before Van Dyke get over there and do anything about it. So Collinsville now trailing 1-0 will have to find an answer. K-Hawks bring it up. Here is Giannini. Giannini will break in over here onto this left wing, send it up into the front, and a shot that couldn't get that far as Judasek was trying to settle that ball down for a proper shot. Probably would have been better if she just would have shot it as it rolled to her, but that's easy for me to say up here in the box. Now Belleville West will take over once again. And back out to midfield. We have a whistle on the play. And it's going to be another free kick coming up here for Belleville West on their defensive side of the field. So 1-0 now in favor of the Lady Maroons. This one from about 70 yards out. Instead, they'll send a pass over here for Alvarez. Alvarez waits. Sends the ball up the line, trying once again to find Gagan. She does so. Gagan breaks into the front of the 18-yard box. Nice job there by Munoz to kind of disrupt that with just a swift little kick of the ball. And they'll send it back out of bounds, and Alvarez will have another throw in. Alvarez throws it up to Gagan. Gagan trying to get that ball headed in the same direction as they just scored the goal, but Collinsville stayed with it up to Giannini, and Giannini couldn't hold on to it. Gives Alvarez a little push from behind, and then Alvarez will send the ball up into the 18-yard box, and that will roll to Van Dyke. So Belleville West gets the only goal of the game on their third shot of the game. And now Collinsville once again has to play catch-up. That ball bounces past the midfield logo off of the head of one of the Maroons players and back to Giannini. She used her head for a moment. Collinsville has got a little something going on here, but they're unable to stay with the ball, and now it comes loose for Giannini. Giannini all the way over onto the far sideline, trying to get around and couldn't, but gets the ball over to Serna. Serna in front, trying for Morgan Lang. Lang couldn't control it, and now Serna will go back and collect the ball once again in front of her own bench. Circles, sends it up. Collinsville looking for a goal here, looking for their first goal of the year. They'll send it back, and the defense will take over for the Maroons, and they'll send the ball up to Monaco, who just scored the goal. And that is her second, as her and Livy Schaefer scored in that 2-0 win 5 days ago against Alton. So now Monaco has 2 goals on the year. That ball gets sandwiched in between a couple of Maroons players. And Collinsville sends it back from midfield into their offensive zone, but it doesn't stay there long enough. Up to Gagan, but she couldn't control it off of a body belonging to the Maroons, and it still finds a way to find its way down into the offensive zone. Here is Smith. Smith sends the ball back over, and Morgan Lang sends it through midfield, but past everybody wearing the purple and the white, and the 3 defenders are back there in the right place for Belleville West. Collinsville will have a throw-in. Serna will take it in front of her own bench. Up the line, trying to find Giannini, and Giannini gets a little shove from behind. And they're going to say that went off of Ashley and out of bounds, so Belleville West will have a throw-in, but not so fast. The man with the flag in his hand said it belongs to Collinsville. We are coming up on the halfway point here in the second half. A goal by Belleville West has broken the 0-0 deadlock. Collinsville looking for an answer. Kahawks already have 2 1-0 losses this year. Trying to avoid a three-peat in that department. Softball for you tomorrow. Collinsville taking on Mater Dei from the Collinsville Sports Complex. We have our first look at the boys volleyball team coming up on Thursday at Belleville East. And then we will be at Fletcher Field for the first time this year, Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. A little baseball action for you as Collinsville takes on the Cougars of Breeze Central High School. Here is Giannini all the way over on the far side, poked out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw-in. Giannini. She's going to take the throw-in. We're going to wait for a couple of substitutions here for Collinsville. Now, Giannini will give the ball up, which is a wise idea. You want to throw the ball into your best forward player of the night. And now Giannini will take that throw in and send it back to the far sideline, but it's intercepted there by Belleville West, and it'll be the Lady Maroons' ball. DiGirolamo and Hall check back into the game for the Lady Kahawks. And taking the throw in from the far side of the field is Madison Smith for Belleville West. 19 minutes left to play here in this second half. Collinsville trailing 1-0, looking for the equalizer. Here is Giannini. Giannini gets bumped off the ball, stays with it though, and a crossing pass will be knocked out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Brooke Stellhorn. Belleville West has 3 goalies listed on their varsity roster, 1 freshman and 2 sophomores. Collinsville has 2 goalkeepers on their roster, 1 freshman and 1 sophomore, and our sophomore is in goal tonight. Hasn't had much to save, but Belleville West has the only goal of this game. And it's a 1-0 lead. Throw in coming up here for Munoz. She'll send it on up, and here is Giannini. Giannini breaks in from the left side, trying to get around her defender and just couldn't. Goes back for the ball, though, and it's a little shove from behind, but Giannini stays with it and tries a crossing pass into the front part of the 18-yard box, trying to find Serna for a shot, but that got deflected by Belleville West, and the Maroons begin their trip into their offensive zone, and that ball ends up into the Maroons bench. And it's going to belong to Collinsville just as Belleville West throws it in. Not your ball. So Collinsville will have the throw in right in front of the Belleville West bench. Taken there by Smith. Up the line it goes. Trying to keep it in, but unable to catch up to it was Collinsville. They're going to say that was off of one of the Maroons' bodies. So now the throw-in will come in front of the Kahawks bench. They throw it into Giannini, and Giannini sends it back to the sideline, but missed her mark on the pass. So Belleville West will once again have the ball into their offensive zone as the Lady Maroons will have another throw-in in front of their bench. That was not where the ball went out. Here is Schaefer. Schaefer sends the ball into the middle, trying to move it up for Gagan once again. And the circle, and the turn, and the shot's going to go high off of the football crossbar. And it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Collinsville, I think. Corner kick, that was off of one of the Collinsville players. So the second corner kick for Belleville West in this second half. They had none in the first half, so both coming here in the second half. And again, coming here from this near side, Sydney Oliver is going to take this one. Oliver, another sophomore. And here is that kick. It's high and off of a head and off of the football upright goalpost this time. This time it will be a goal kick restart coming up here for Van Dyke as we approach 16 minutes left to play here in this second half. Collinsville trailing 1-0. Kahawks got a goal in the JV game, and then Belleville West had to come back and tie it, so we're hoping for a little reversal here, but here is Gagan once again for Belleville West, trying to turn around Munoz. Munoz stays with it, though. Nice job by Addy, and we're going to have another corner kick coming up here for Belleville West. Once again, it's going to be Oliver. You can probably see the way the netting's moving on top of that goal, man. It's just stayed windy here. Usually the wind dies down once the sun sets, but that has not been the case. This one comes all the way out front. Saved there by Collinsville, and the defense will send it over here to this near sideline. Oliver with it all the way back to Alvarez. Alvarez sends it up right in front of the 18-yard box. Schaefer trying to settle it down, trying to put a shot on goal. That was, I think, rejected by Monaco up there. Maybe Monaco was the intended target of a pass, not a shot. Here is Schaefer once again, just outside the 18-yard box on the far side. Nice job defensively by Collinsville, and that ball will end up back into the hands of the Kahawks on a throw-in coming up here on that far side sideline. Up the line it goes. Unable to contain it was DiGirolamo, but Giannini finds the loose ball, sends it over to the sideline, and Belleville West will find the ball once again, but Serna retreats, gets it back, and then off of the head of one of the Lady Maroons. And out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw-in here in between the benches. Liliana Lira checks back into the game and immediately gets the ball. Into the midfield circle it goes. On to the foot now of Judasek. Judasek, a nice pass over there for Quinn Hall. Hall trying to track it down, keep it inbound. She does so just over here on this near sideline. Looking for a little help. That one is sent out of bounds. And that one is going to stay with Collinsville on a throw-in from down near the corner kick flag. And it'll be Quinn Hall with the throw-in. And into the box it goes. Popped up into the air. Collinsville trying to track it down. It comes all the way out for Munoz. Munoz slows the ball down, and then I don't know if that was a shot or a pass attempt, but kind of rolled slow. I think she mishit that one. And then that allowed Stellhorn to track it down with no shot on goal. Collinsville looking for their first shot on goal here in the second half. They have 6 in the game, but all of them came in the first half. Stellhorn sends the ball back out toward midfield. Takes a bounce into the Collinsville defense. Now a bounce into the offensive front. Here's Giannini, and rolled off of her body and went a little bit too far, but she'll send it over to the far side. Here is Serna. Serna trying to send a cross up front, but that's blocked out by Collinsville. Here is Judasek. Nice job getting around one defender. Sends it over to Serna, but Serna was heading one way, and the ball went the other way, and that kind of left her off balance, but Judasek finds the loose ball again, sends it up to Giannini, and Giannini circles right in front of Oliver, sends the ball up to Serna, but nothing doing there, and then Giannini couldn't contain, and that ball ends up going the other direction. Here's Belleville West trying to send it back into their offensive zone. Rejected there by Collinsville. Serna, once again, sends it up the sideline, but Belleville West there once again to stop that progress. Comes down. Collinsville takes over. A little chip shot there by Lyra. Couldn't get it to where she wanted to go. Now off of a body. Here's Giannini, and Giannini trying to kick the ball around Joshu over there, and then go chase it back down, but she got the first half, couldn't finish the second half. Elsa Hubble checks back into the game for Belleville West. And Medina Everett checks into the game for the first time tonight for Collinsville. That ball right in front of the Kahok bench, saved from going out of bounds by Belleville West, but then it does go out, and now Collinsville will have a throw in. Just under 12 minutes to play here in this second half. Kahawks looking for an equalizer here. They'll send the ball up into the offensive zone, and right out of bounds it goes. Throw in. Serna trying to find Giannini, but she was double teamed already. As that ball comes back up toward midfield. Collinsville, trying to stay with it. Back out to Judasek. Judasek sends the ball up. Trying to find Everett. Collinsville stays with it. Here is a shot that's blocked by the defense for Belleville West, and then the Maroons will send it over here to the sideline, and it's stopped from going out of bounds by the Maroons, and that would be Gagan once again. Gagan gives the ball up now to Sternow. Sternow right through the Kahawk logo and onto the foot of Ella Smith, and Smith will send it into the end of her bench. It'll belong to Belleville West once again. Throw-in will be handled over there by Hubble. Up the line it goes. Popped up into the air. Borum sends the ball back down, but out of bounds. And once again, Belleville West will have a throw-in at the end of the Collinsville bench. Back over to midfield on the far sideline. Judasek sends the ball up. No one home for Collinsville to continue that progression, but Belleville West sends it right back to Collinsville, and the Kahawks return the favor. So back the other way we go. And a bouncing ball will be no problem to handle there for Carly Van Dyke. We approach 10 minutes left to play here in this second half. Collinsville trailing by 1. Looking to get this thing equalized before that clock hits all zeros. Belleville West, they're controlling the offensive play here in the second half after Collinsville did that in the first half, but the Kahawks have had a little offensive possession time here recently. Looking to do that again, but now we have a whistle, and it'll be a free kick from midfield coming up here for Belleville West. We're down to single digits on the clock. 9.5 minutes to play here in this second half. Ball comes up into the offensive zone. Here is Gagan. Gagan turns the corner again, getting around Munez. And a shot toward the goal, and Collinsville kicks that one across the line, and it's going to be another corner kick coming up here for Belleville West. They've had 4 corner kicks here in this second half. This will be the 4th one. Once again, Oliver. Oliver sends the ball in front. Knocked down by Belleville West. Ball rolls out into the front line of that 18-yard box. Collinsville trying to track it down, and the Kahawks finally get a foot on it. And Judasek looks upfield, trying to find someone to send it to. Instead, she'll send it up the sideline, and then over onto the foot of Lyra. Lyra trying to send it up to Everett, but that ball didn't find her, and it found one of the Maroons players instead. Loose ball. Judasek got a foot on it. Now over to Lyra. Lyra sends the ball up to midfield. Here's Giannini. Giannini also has Everett coming up with her, but there's 4 defenders back here now for Belleville West. Giannini gets past one of them, trying to split the difference in the other one, and a shot and a save by Stellhorn. And that's Collinsville's first shot on goal here in this second half, and it was a laser shot that stayed low, and Stellhorn stayed with it. Stellhorn will send the ball up, but not very far. Van Dyke had that happen to her in the first half from this end. Collinsville settling the ball down. Here is Everwright. Everwright will send the ball up to Hall. Hall trying to send it back to Everwright, but the ball never made it. And now up here on this near side sideline, that ball out of bounds and belongs to Belleville West. Throw in being handled over here by Gagan. Well, she's going to give the ball up for Alvarez. And Alvarez will have the throw in. 7.5 to go here in this second half. 1-0 in favor of Belleville West. Little legs tangled up there, but Collinsville is going to have the throw in coming up here after this one. And it'll be handled by the sophomore, Eddie Munoz. And off of the foot of Lyra, up the line it goes. And Stellhorn will come all the way out and send the ball back out toward the midfielders area. And after a couple of bounces, it finds Gagan once again. Gagan off of the body of Munoz. Munoz sends that ball off with the foot of Schaefer, so Collinsville will have a throw in. And Munoz will send it just outside the box. Bounces over to Schaefer, though. And Schaefer will send the ball up the line. And Belleville West will try to send the ball. That's off of Munoz. That stung, especially in that cold weather. 6.5 to go here in this second half. Alvarez with another throw in coming up here for Belleville West. Off of the head of Munoz and out of bounds again. So Alvarez will move up about 20 yards and do it all over again. Comes in, and the Maroons take over. Here is Alvarez. She'll send the ball all the way in front off of the head of Carly Call. Comes down, and after one bounce, it'll be taken care of by Van Dyke. 6 minutes to go here in this second half. Collinsville trailing by 1. Van Dyke sends the ball all the way out to midfield. Popped straight up into the air and rolls off of the back of Schaefer. Here is Giannini. Giannini gets pushed from behind by Schaefer, but the ball will end up finding the foot of Hall. Hall sends the ball into the middle. Trying to chase it down is Serna over there on the far side. Serna does get there and tries to turn the corner and keep the ball inbound. She does, and sends it over into the corner. Collinsville looking for a quality shot on goal here. Lyra, she's over there. Back over to Serna. Back to Giannini. Giannini will send the ball into the front of the box. Everwright couldn't get a shot off. Now a shot comes off the crossbar, and then Stellhorn covers it up. And Collinsville had a golden opportunity there, but just missed the bottom of that crossbar, sent it straight down in front of the goal line, and Stellhorn was there to take care of it. Stellhorn pops the ball up again. Didn't get it very far, and that's going to be a handball called against Quinn Hall. Jordan Montgomery signs with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Missed all of spring training. That's how you do it, right? You don't have to go through spring training. Just sign a big old contract and start pitching. Yeah. Here is Gagan, and she couldn't continue forward. Collins will poke the ball out of there, and now Belleville West will have to start over if they can contain. Alvarez will send the ball back up to Gagan. Gagan trying to fend off Munoz. Munoz stays with it, runs into Judasek, and now we're going to have a whistle against Belleville West. So Collinsville will have a free kick, but unfortunately it's going to be from about 80 yards out. Taken care of here by Carly Call. Carly sends the ball up to Judasek. Out into the middle it goes to Smith. Smith sends the ball up to Lyra. Lyra, back and forth will go. Now back to Judasek. Judasek, back over to Smith. Smith, looking over on the far side, finds a teammate open, sends the ball up, and then Smith will send the ball up once again, this time trying to find Lyra. Lyra, a little bit of a struggle there. Giannini, she'll step in, and she'll come away with the ball and send it up that far sideline. Collinsville trying to keep it in. Serna does, and over in the corner, and it's sent right back out. And over on the far sideline once again, Collinsville does a nice job keeping it in. Here's Giannini. Giannini sends the ball up front, poked up into the box, but no one home for a shot as Everwright was closing in just at the last moment. We have a hurt Belleville West Lady Maroon, but she doesn't appear to be all that hurt. And standing back up is Livy Schaefer. Now she has a shoe tying problem, but The coaching staff will come out anyway. Looks like somebody else may have taken a hit there in the midsection. Maybe a little bit of a gut punch over there for Hannah Sternow as medical staff looks at her. Clock stopped right now with 3:16 left to play here in this second half. Belleville West up 1-0. Collinsville in desperation mode, looking for the equalizer before time runs out on them. I don't know what happened, but she's on her feet, so I don't know what they're looking at and why it's taking that long. Well, we have a bit of a timeout, so we're going to go ahead and step aside for a minute and take a breather. We'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
Stella Horn will get us back to work. Walking off under her own power was Hannah Sternow. And we get back to work here, but Collinsville running out of time. We're approaching 3 minutes left to play here in this second half. Kahawks trail 1-0. Loose ball will spin its way over here to this near sideline. Collinsville will have the throw in. Munoz wants the new ball and doesn't have enough time to chase one down, so she'll throw it on in. And she'll find the body of Serna. Serna gets rid of one defender while Cindy Oliver was tugging on the back of her jersey. No call there. Here is Munoz. That rolls off of the body of Belleville West, so Collinsville will have another throw in. And here is Munoz. Immediately throws it down to Serna. Serna trying to find Giannini, who is alone all in front. But it rolled past her all the way back out toward midfield. Kahawks and Carly Call trying to pinch in from the defensive side of things. Give Collinsville an opportunity here, but Belleville West, they come away with the ball. Now a loose ball at midfield. They'll send the ball up, trying to chase it down is Carly Call. She can't get there before the Belleville West Maroons do, and a rolling ball will be taken care of there by Carly Van Dyke as we approach 2 minutes left to go here in this second half. Van Dyke gets it out quickly, goes all the way out past midfield off of the head of one of the Maroons players and out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw-in between the benches. Up the line it goes to Giannini, and then it gets rejected right back to where it came from, at midfield. Kahawks, they'll send the ball out to Lyra. Lyra sends the ball back over to the sideline, trying to get Giannini open once again. She breaks in from over on the right side, has a little room, and Serna pops one up and right into the hands of Stellhorn. You know she wanted to rocket that one on a line drive and just didn't get the right angle on it. Back out to midfield we go. Minute 20 left to play here in this second half. Collinsville desperately needing a goal to extend this game into overtime. Ball comes out to midfield, rolls out of bounds, and it'll belong to Belleville West. Here is Addie Gagan. She'll give the ball up to Alvarez. Excuse me. Alvarez just underneath our location. 1 minute to go here in this second half. Comes out to the sideline. Collinsville sends it back out to midfield. Giannini trying to track it down and runs into Joshu in the process. That ball sent all the way over to the far sideline. Well, it'll roll out of bounds once again. Collinsville with the throw-in. Here is Lang. Doesn't waste any time. Trying to find Lyra, who is trying to find Giannini, but rolled it past her, and that ball is going to go out of bounds. And another throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. They get it into Giannini. Giannini immediately sends it back over to Lang. Back up the line it goes, but past Giannini and past everyone across the end line. And a goal kick restart coming up here for Belleville West with just under 20 seconds to go. And that's pretty much going to do it. We are back at you tomorrow. Softball action for you as the final seconds tick down here in this one. Belleville West is going to improve to 2-2. And Collinsville is going to drop to 0-6, and the Kahawks are off until a week from tonight when they host Alton. That's going to do it. 1-0 in favor of Belleville West. Time to transition now into the postgame show brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where they're located. Give them a call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007. Postgame show is next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahawk Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville loses this one here tonight by a final score of 1-0. We had no score after one half of play. Collinsville outshot Belleville West in that first half 6-1. But Belleville West came out and had their one goal scored at the 24-19 mark of the second half by Sofia Monaco. And that was the only goal that anyone needed. And Collinsville lost this one here tonight 1-0 to drop to 0-6 on the year. Belleville West improves to 2-2. Kahawks are now 0-3 in conference play, while Belleville West is 2-0 in conference play. JV game, that ended in a tie, but Collinsville got their first goal of the year for the girls soccer program as junior Ziza Nambo Mendez scored in the 53rd minute, but Belleville West tied it in the 61st minute, and we ended in a 1-1 tie. Here on the varsity side, 1-0 in favor of Belleville West. We are back at you tomorrow. We're going to head to the Collinsville Sports Complex. Got a little softball action coming up for you as Collinsville will play host to Mater Dei. We'll be on the air around 4:10 with pregame coverage, and first pitch is scheduled to fly right around 4:30. So my name is Todd Duke, and until then, everybody try to stay warm, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.